Good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic which is required for your numerical portion of chemistry, how to calculate log and anti-log values for a given number. Okay, so now first of all let us understand what is the definition of logarithm. So what is logarithm? For any positive number a should not be equal to 1. If a raised to power n is equal to b, then logarithm of b to base a is m. Okay, and it can be written as log of b to the base a is equal to m. Log, L-O-G, log is the abbreviation of logarithm. So we don't write logarithm word, we just write log. Okay, so we find that a raised to power b is equal to a raised to power m is equal to b. Log of b to the base a is equal to m. These two things are one and same thing. These are one and same thing. So see here two things we are saying. One is base and another is exponent. Just like when I am writing 10 raised to power 5, then this is base and this is exponent. Okay, so in these terms we are defining it. Now the logarithm of b to base a is defined as the number m which has to be given as an exponent to obtain b. Okay, now what does it mean? It means when we are saying log of b to the base a is equal to m, it means that m is the power which should be given to a. M is the power which should be given to a so that this becomes equal to b. Okay, this is like this. Okay, this way we can say. Okay, now okay, so I think it is understood now that what is exponent, what is base, and how these things are related. Now two results we can see. Log of 1 to the base a is equal to 0. Okay, now here a means any base, we can take any base. So log 1 to any base is 0. Similarly, log a to the base a means when we take log of any number to the same base, then its value is always 1. Okay, now this you can understand by solving some examples. First of all, there will be some formulae which will be used in calculation of logs. So log of xy is equal to log of x plus log of y. Here we have to use small l only, we don't have to use capital L, but okay, no problem. So first formula is log of xy is equal to log x plus log y. Base will be same whichever base we have taken. Log of x by y is equal to log x minus log y. Similarly, log of x raised to power n is equal to n times log of x. Similarly, log of x raised to power 1 by n is equal to 1 by n times log of x. Now log 10 value is 1 if base is 10. Similarly, log 1 value is 0 if base is 10. So these are a few formulae which you have to remember. Okay. Now how to find logarithm of a given number? Now when we give our answer in terms of log for any number, then our answer consists of two parts. First part is characteristic and second part is mantissa. Now what is characteristic? Characteristic is that portion which is written before decimal, and mantissa is that part which is written after decimal. Just like I am reporting my answer as x point yz. So x becomes our characteristic and part after decimal yz, it becomes our mantissa. Now these two parts are there. How to calculate these two parts? One by one we will do it. First part is characteristic. We say index also to this, but mostly it is characteristic only. means mostly we use the word characteristic one. Now this is the integral part. Integral part means that portion which comes before decimal. Okay, this is the integral part and is written on the left of the decimal point. Okay, now how to find it? Now for a positive number m, if m is greater than 1, okay, if m is greater than 1 means we are given some number in which there is either it is whole number or it may be positive integer, or it may consist decimal part also and non-decimal part also. Okay, then we will say it is m value, given value to us is greater than 1. Okay, just like here you can see this is such value for which we can say this value is greater than 1. Okay, now in such cases what happens? Count the number of digits in the integral part. We have to count the number of digits, just like in this case, in that part which is before decimal. What is that part? 563. So value doesn't matter, it may be 999 also. Value doesn't matter. How many digits are there? There are 3 digits. So as many digits are there, we have to subtract 1 from total number. So total number is 3, we have to subtract 1, then we will get 2. So in this case our value of characteristic becomes 2. Similarly, if m is less than 1, it means we are given some value which begins with decimal. Okay, so in such case what we will do? Count the number of zeros immediately after the decimal point and add 1 to it. So what we have to do? Now see, this is the value given to us. Now portion which is after decimal is 0.0321. So there is 1 0 value. Okay, so only 1 0 is there. It means what we will get? 1 plus 1. So we will get 2. Now in such case this value which we are getting should be negative value. Okay, so characteristic value is -2. Now how to write it? We have to write it like this. Okay, 2 bar. So it is written as 2 bar. Okay, now what we found now, how to get characteristic value. First case was when the given number is greater than 1, then whatever we are going to get, that will be a positive value. If given number is less than 1, then we will be getting negative characteristic value. Okay, and negative value, how we write it? Whatever value we are getting, we put a bar on that number, and that is termed as negative value. Okay, so this way we can find out the characteristic. Now mantissa. Now see, what is mantissa? It is that portion which is written after decimal. Okay, when we are reporting our answer, then it is that portion which is written after decimal. Now how it is to be calculated? Now see, first of all, whatever number is given to us, we will remove decimal. We will remove decimal from that number, and that whole number will be considered. Okay, now in our log table, what we have to do? We can check the values for 4 digits. Okay, now whatever number we have obtained, the very first 2 digits, we will find the very first 2 digits, and we will locate those 2 digits in the log table. Where we will locate? On the left hand side. Okay, now if there is only 1 digit, may be the case that we have to calculate log of such number which is just a single number, then we put a 0 after that and it becomes 2-digit number. Okay, so how we will put 0? Suppose it is 5, then we will write 5.0. Mathematically it will be same, but for log purpose it will serve the purpose of 2 digits. Okay, Now once we have done this much, that we have located the position for two digits which are starting our number, then locate the entry in the row obtained earlier in the column headed by third digit. Means now what we have to do, when we have seen those two digits where they are in the log table, then in front of those two digits we will move horizontally and we will see the third digit. What is the value written for the third digit? Okay, now when we have calculated this much, then we will again move ahead in the same horizontal row, and then we will find value for fourth digit. Okay, where we will find it? It will be found in proportional parts. Proportional parts means mean differences. So now what we have done, we were having four digits. Suppose these were the four digits. Then what we have done, we have seen AB. See, this way table will be there, and we have seen here AB. Now in this row, we have seen for C. In front of C, what is written over here, that we have seen. Then in the mean differences we have seen for D. Okay, now what we will do, we will add these two numbers will be added. Okay, now after adding these two numbers we will put them as Mantissa. Okay, now see, this is one part of log table. Suppose I have to see log for, suppose log of 329.5. I have to see log for this digit. Suppose I have to see for 3295. Okay, then first of all what I will do, first I will calculate characteristic. Now see, there are three digits before decimal, so 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So our characteristic value of the log is 2. Now I have removed the decimal and now I am getting 3295, this number. Now I will see in log table, in front of 32, see, these two numbers will be here. These first two numbers will be here, and for third digit, this place is for third digit, and this place is for fourth digit. Okay, now I will see 32. See, this is 32. Here it is 32. In the same row, I have to move this way. Okay, under 9, this is 9. Under 9, I will find, and I am getting for 32 this value 5172. This is the value. Okay, this I am getting 5172. And then for fourth digit, I will see here, this is fourth digit. Now in here, this value is 7. Okay, this is the value, 7 is the value. So now I will add 5172 with 7, and I am getting 5179. Okay, so I will put this value 5179 here, and this will be the answer, 2.5179. So this is the way how we do it. We see first two digits here, and then we move in the same horizontal row. Okay, for the third digit we see in this area where is the third digit, then we find the value, and then for fourth digit we see in this area. Okay, whatever value is obtained here, that value is added with this. We add these two values, whatever we get, that thing is written after decimal. After decimal this thing is written, and before decimal what is to be written, that is characteristic. Okay, so this way we do it. This is a half of the part of log table. Till 50 it is there, 49 it is there. After this also similar portion is also there for 50 to 99. Okay, now let us solve this example. Now our question is, find the logarithm of 6397. Now first of all, we can write it like this, 6397.0. Okay, now how many digits are there? Before decimal there are 4 digits. So log of 6397, log of 6397 will be 3 digits. There are 4 digits, so 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 point. This is characteristic value. Now we have to obtain the value of mantissa. Okay, now when we have written like this 6397.0, then we could find out the value of characteristic. That value is 3. Now we will see log table after removing decimal. Since we can go till 4 points only, so there is no use of 0. So 63 under 9 under 7 we have to see. 63 under 9 is written 8055. Now in the same horizontal row, in the mean differences column under 7, what is written? It is written 5. Now we will add these two numbers. We are getting 8060. So that value will be written after decimal. So log of 6397 is equal to 3.8060. Okay, so this way we have to move ahead. Now for anti-logarithm. If the logarithm of a number n is a, then n is called anti-logarithm of a. That is, if log of n is equal to a, then n is equal to anti-log of a. And one more thing, log and anti-log are reciprocal to each other. Okay. Now how to find out the anti-log value of a given number? Okay. Now first of all, to find the anti-logarithm value, only mantissa is to be considered. Very important thing. Whatever number is given to us, whatever is written before decimal, that is not to be considered. That is also to be considered, but that is afterwards. Okay. First of all, when we are going to see anti-log table, then we have to consider only the mantissa part, means part after decimal. That is only to be considered first of all. There is a part of characteristic also. What is the part that we will discuss in the last point. Now first of all, what we have considered? We have considered mantissa. Okay. Now what we will do? We will go to anti-log table. We will locate the first 2 digits in the number in the extreme left column of the table. Means this way, this is also in the same way as we have done for log. Now what we will do? We will locate the entry in this row. In the same row we are moving, and column headed by 3rd digit. Now what we have to do, in the same row where 2nd digit is, means where 2 digits, we have seen 2 digits here, then we are moving ahead. Then 3rd number, 3rd digit, in front of 3rd digit, what is the value that we will take? Then in the same row and column headed by the 4th digit in the number, locate the entry in the table of proportional parts. Now whatever is the 4th digit, for that also we will see here. Okay, this is just like log. Now we will add these two just like we did in log. Okay, then now here is the change. What is the change? Whatever number we are obtaining, suppose we were given a point C D E. Okay, this was given to us. Now how we calculated? We considered only this part first of all. Then point CD, in front of these 2 digits, we saw the value under E. Okay. Then in the mean differences, we saw the value under F. Then we added the values. Suppose we got this number. Suppose we got ABCD. This number we got. Now here comes the role of our characteristic. Now see, this was given to us a point C, D, E, F. So what two things we have to do? We have to put as 10 raised to power a, whatever is written here as characteristic for the given number, that will be here as the power, and 4 digits which we obtained, we will put decimal after the first digit, a dot bcd into 10 raised to power a. This will be the anti-log of this number. Okay, so this is what we have done here. In general, once we have calculated those 4 digits after seeing anti-log table, then what we will do, we will put decimal after first digit. Suppose this was the number, then we will put decimal after the first digit. Okay, and multiply this figure with 10 raised to power equal to the number given as integral part. Now suppose we were given 9.2637, then this is the integral part. This part will come as 10 raised to power 9 and will be multiplied with this. Okay, so this is the easiest way how to find the anti-log. Now this is anti-log table. Now let me take one example. Suppose I have to take anti-log of 2.1123. Suppose I have to take anti-log of this. Then I will consider first of all this part only. I will see 0.11 under 2 under 3. Okay, now 0.11, this is 0.11 under 2 under 3. Okay, now 0.11 under 2, it is value is 1294. Okay, then under 3, this is mean difference 3. Okay, now here the value is 1. Okay, now we will add 1 in this, so I am getting the value 1295. Now what I will do, I will put one decimal and it will become 1.295, and I will multiply it with the 10 raised to power whatever was given integral part 2. So what we are getting, anti-log of 2.1123 is 1.295 into 10 raised to power 2. Okay, so this way we can calculate the anti-log value. Now let us take this example also. Now we have to find out the anti-log of 2.6431. Now what we will do, first of all we will consider the mantissa part only. So we will see in our anti-log table 0.63 under 3 and under 1. So 0.64 under 3 and under 1. 0.64 under 3, that value is 4395, and in the same horizontal row under 1 we are getting the value 1. So now we will add these two values. After adding we will get 4396. Okay, now 4396 will be written as 4.396 multiplied by, here what is characteristic value, 2, or integral part value is 2, so into 10 raised to power 2. So what is our answer now? 4.396 into 10 raised to power 2 is the anti-log value of 2.6431. Okay, so here are two more examples where these things are used. So log table is always taken along with anti-log table only when it is complete. So it is very much useful in so many mathematical calculations. Suppose I have to calculate this, what is the value of 6.397 raised to power 5. So we will consider it as equal to x first, then we will take log both sides, then we will apply the formula of log, then we will calculate the value of log 6.397. How we will see, before decimal there is only one digit, so 1 minus 1 is 0. It comes out to be characteristic. Then we will see 63 under 9 under 7 and the value will be 0.8060. So this value we will get and this will be written after decimal. Okay, after multiplication we will get this. So now log x becomes equal to 4.0300. Now we have to take anti-log of this value so that we get the value of x. X is equal to anti-log of 4.030. So 4 point, before decimal there is 4, so it is written like this. When we will see 0.03 under 0, then we will get the value 1072. So 1072 will be written as 1.072. So this will be the value. Okay. Similarly, we can do this also by applying all the formulae. Now, whatever we have done, on the basis of that, you are supposed to attempt these. Okay. Thank you.